Welcome back to the art room. Mrs. Larrabee here. This week we're going to be drawing an emu. An emu is a type of animal and they have these really fluffy faces. So we're going to have fun with it. We're going to draw it a little realistically. We're going to draw it a little fancifully. That means we're going to use our imagination and creativity as well. Here's the supplies that you need. One sheet of paper and your coloring supply. Grab your black crayon out for sure. If you have a black marker, that would work well too. Grab those supplies and we'll get started. Emus are a bird, the second largest bird in the world, ostriches being the first largest bird. Emus have a very long neck and a large body but small wings. They're actually a flightless bird. That means that they can't fly. And emus are generally found in Australia, unless you live near ostrich land like we do in Solvang. Ostrich land has ostriches and emus as well. Emus are the smaller of the two birds if you've ever been there. We're going to be focusing on their faces today. They have these little tiny, it looks like hair, but it's actually very small feathers around their face. We're going to be focusing on that, their eyes, and that cute little beak. All right, let's get started with our drawing. Grab your sheet of paper and your black coloring supply or your marker. We're going to start with our paper vertical. That means up and down like a door. We're going to fold our paper in half. So fold the top down to the bottom. Make a little crease here. We're going to open it back up again. We just wanted to see where this middle point is on our paper. That's where we're going to start drawing. We're going to start by drawing the beak of the emu. So take a look here. It's a curved line up. So we're going to do that on our paper. If you want to air draw first, you could. We're going to start on one side and we're going to make a curved line up and then back down on the other side. Here's what it looks like with a marker. This is the top of their beak. All right, now we're going to draw the bottom. The bottom is more like the tip of a triangle. It's going to go down at a point and then back up again. So we're going to start at the same corner. We're going to make it down to a point, back up on the other side. I'm going to follow this line one more time just to make where the beak opens. So I'm just doing the same line, this time a little higher up. And the ostrich breathe right here on the top of their beak. This is their nostril, so I'm just drawing an oval and coloring it in. All right, on each side of the beak are going to be the eyes. So let's draw a medium-sized circle on both sides for the eyes. And inside that circle, we're going to draw a small circle. That's going to be for the pupil. So this bigger circle is going to be the iris. That's the colorful part of the eye. This inside is going to be the pupil, which is the black part of the eye. We can go ahead and color that in, but remember to leave just a tiny bit white. Sometimes I like to draw just a little circle in the middle of the eye, and then I remember not to color it in. This just gives a little bit of a light reflection on the eye, which is what it would look like in real life, and just adds a little life and character to our emu. All right, and we're going to put our marker or our black coloring supply away now. Let me find my cap. Now it's time to get out our colors. We're going to start with the eyes today. I want you to stop for just a moment and take a look at your own eyes. If you're near a mirror, go look in the mirror. If not, have someone look at your eyes for you and let them tell you all the colors they see. Because you may have blue eyes, but you may have dark blue and light blue. You might have dark blue with a little bit of yellow or golden color in them or some green. If your eyes are brown, they could be solid brown, but sometimes they're actually darker brown around the outside and they get lighter or more golden as they go towards the center. Maybe you even have a little bit of a green in them too. Here's a couple of examples. So these are some brown eyes. They're darker around the edge and they have these little sunbursts of brown and green in them. Maybe you have green eyes, but you have this really dark color of blue around the edge. Let me show you how I added some of those different colors in. So I'll do blue eyes, for example, right now. Maybe you have blue eyes. And we're going to add blue all around the edges, kind of dark. But then you notice as it gets in towards the pupil, towards the center of your eye, they get lighter. So we're going to just press down less on our color, and that's going to let us have a little bit of a lighter color. I'm going to go back over it one more time because I want to get rid of as much of the white as I can even in the parts where I'm drawing the light blue, I'm just going to press down a little less. And maybe you've noticed that they're not just one color of blue. Maybe you've noticed that they have a little bit of a lighter color, so you could go in with a different blue and add a little bit more of a lighter color of blue on there too. Maybe you've noticed that you have a tiny bit of green or golden in with your blue. You could add a little green, just layer right over the top. Every time you add a layer or a value, a darkness or lightness of the color, you're adding a little more realistic look to your eye. All right, go ahead and fill in your eye using your dark values where you press down and your light values where you don't press as hard. Add all the different colors that you see in your eyes and then come back and we'll go to our next step. All right, we have our eyes colored in. Let's go ahead and color in our beak. I made mine orange on my original one, but you could do any color. Let's see if I can find a red here. This is kind of a pinky red. I'll add some red in. So just like the eyes, how we color them in is going to give it a little texture. If we color nice and solid, it's going to make it look like the beak is shiny and it's going to give it a smooth appearance. So let's color in nice and solid on the beak so that it looks kind of shiny. So we've colored in our beaks and our eyes. Now it's time for the feathers. These are actually feathers on an ostrich. They're tiny and they look kind of like hair because they're so wispy and look so soft, but they're actually little tiny hair-like feathers. Choose any color you want. We're gonna have fun with this. Let's see, I'm gonna start with orange this time. We're going to go between the eyes first, and we're going to use a motion of a straight line, but we're always going to start here between the eyes. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to start here and I'm going to go up. And as I do that, it's making a texture thicker at the bottom, a little thinner at the top, and it's looking like these little tiny feathers. It's going to give it the appearance of soft. Just like coloring in solid down here gave the appearance of smooth, adding these lines this way is going to give us the appearance of soft. We have these little wispy ends up here. All right, once you kind of got it between the eyes, and you'll need to layer it, go back over it a couple of times. You can change colors, or you can stick with the same one if you'd like. We're going to go around the face now. We're going to be doing the same motion, but maybe the feathers get a little bit shorter on the sides. All right, and we can do one more color change if we'd like. We can go down around the bottom. Notice I left some space white. I just did the feathers right around the face. The last thing we're going to do is add a neck for our emu. Emus have a long, thin neck. We can do it with these straight little lines. Their neck also has tiny feathers on it. So we can also add lines to the side to show that it's soft and to add a little texture. And there we have it. We've completed our emu drawing. I would love to see your drawing. Please snap a picture and email it to me if you can. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I'll see you back here next time in the art room.